This is an interesting question as well on Joe Biden, who has been the executive order president. Donald Trump was called that, but I mean, it pales in comparison to what Joe Biden has done. Hey, Ken, welcome to Seculo.
Yeah, how you doing, Jordan? My question is, because I'm a senior like the others that have spoken, how are y'all focused as the ACLJ that I know, that I've supported for 20 years?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing about all these executive orders? Are y'all targeting lawsuits on all of them, including what you're going to be doing with this?
So I don't think it necessarily would be on all of them. I mean, some are within the president's power you just don't like the reversal of the Mexico City policy. We don't like it. But historically, that's been the president's prerogative. So the fact that President Trump went in there, signed the Mexico City policy, actually buffed it up and made it more intense so that our taxpayer dollars didn't go to fund abortions overseas. Joe Biden, right away, his first 10 days or so in office, got rid of the Mexico City policy. This bill funds more to Planned Parenthood. But I don't want to get stuck there, Than. We are looking at every one of those executive orders right now, and then you choose what to challenge in court. What executive orders were kind of tied to legislation? Like there's one that came out on the election laws and voting laws that's tied to H.R. 1. And there's going to be, of course, a lot of legal challenges there. I could point that one out right away as something we'll be looking at very closely, which is the changes to our election system at the federal level, which our Constitution is pretty clear about. Most of that should be done at the state level.
Yeah, we're going to aggressively combat H.R. 1. Hopefully many of those don't become law, but if they do, yeah, Jordan, a lot of those would be very ripe for challenge. We would certainly do that. But you're right. When it comes, Ken, to the executive orders, there's going to be a wide range. There's going to be some of them that do have proper rooting in statute. Congress has actually given the executive branch the right to make the change. Jordan's correct. The Mexico City policy is a perfect example of that. There are going to be others that we're going to look at the underlying statute and we're going to say, no, there absolutely is no grounding for that. And by the way, this has been an ongoing challenge, but the Title X funding that we've talked about, that's a perfect example of that. The authorizing statute in that situation specifically says that abortion provider cannot access those funds, and yet they continue to access them. So we're going to have to go through, just as Jordan said, and see which ones have rooting in statute and precedent, which one don't, and which ones we're able to challenge.
So that's what we're doing right now. And again, this is all coming at us fast. We were preparing for it already back in the wintertime. After the election, we started preparing already for what the Biden team would bring forward, what we could challenge, and what we'd have to challenge through government affairs, what we'd be able to challenge in court. So stay tuned for the in-court portion, the government affairs portion, as it continues on.